From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Atlanta Falcons and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. Welcome back, friends. A new season is officially underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for the rookie out of Notre Dame. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that first down run.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Back-to-back carries here. And they won't be able to get past the line. And very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught for the first. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And now it's 2nd down.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. This one falls incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Back at the 37-yard line.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Falcons bringing out an extra defensive back for 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Setting up the running back screen. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Butker knocks it through. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
Even if it's not a touchdown, well, you're happy to see the offense produce points in the first trip out there this season. For a kicker, kind of nice to start 1 for 1 as well.
Butker on now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the run back at the 27. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. A lot of space ahead. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Run like that, Cake, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40.
19,
Bring the tight end left. 1st and 10. He keeps it on the option. Trying to find some positive yardage. He's across the 45. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. A gain of 15 there. And that is good enough for Atlanta. 1st down.
Stephanie, 18, 70 Lions. Viking, 18. 60 Maverick, 60 Warriors, 70. Spain.
He's dropping back to throw. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Pass to 60, pass to 60. Check, Matt, check.
On 2nd down, Robinson. He gets a nice chunk, looks like about 5. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
The Chiefs adding a man to their secondary for this 3rd down.
70 Timberwolves. Cowboys. 19 Lions. Mustang 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Looking to throw here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Williams. And the Chiefs are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Quick toss headed left. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. And holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. To the air, Mahomes. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Reaches the 40. At the 20. And he brings it back for the pick 6 and the Atlanta touchdown.
No question they wanted a big play to begin their drive, but there's the monkey's paw. They got the big play. Not the way they wish for it. Instead, well, they got to rally themselves to get right back out there after watching their opponent celebrate in the end zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out the play fake, it's Mahomes. Buys time, rolling right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Mahomes trying to get here on 2nd and 10. Connects on the crosser. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chiefs first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the first. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. Sending him on the dive. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. He gets 6 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
Well, I think the defensive coaches in coverage, breathing a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
Second and 10, still at the 28. Mahomes. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Out left, Worthy makes the grab. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. This is Edwards-Helaire headed left. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chiefs take a second quarter lead. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3.
Falcons 7. Harrison
Butker on now to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10.
Ready.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first. Sure, nice little run to set the table.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
At the 32-yard line.
Handoff now to the receiver. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
First and 10 from the 43.
Ready. 77. Ready.
A toss now to Robinson. Space on the right. He's got room. It's inside the 10. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a second quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out first and 10. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be a yard shy of the first as they force him out after the gain of 9.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Play action, Mahomes. That was just thrown away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
So the grounding backs him up and wipes away 2nd down. A very tough 3rd down play here. 3rd and long for him here. Fires right away, but incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that brings up 4th and long. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Okay, break.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10.
18, Pioneer. Here we go. 60, Vikings. Warriors, 70.
It's a design boot. Flushed out of the pocket. To the right side and reeled in by London. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Let's go now. 70.
An option given to Robinson. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tackled on the play by one of the linemen, Omar Norman Lott.
Fans love the long small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Get it. Bravo 80. Jackie Ryan. Buffalo 18. Go.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Got for big yards on the right side. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons now lead by 10. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Back to throw Mahomes. He puts a man under it deep down the middle. Well, a little bit of big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. That sets up 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Fight on these two. Yellow.
They'll throw 3rd and long. He's loaded another one up. This is caught inside the 15. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
They stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up 3rd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Now it's Mahomes. It's another 1st half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Billy Bowman. And the Falcons will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
He's got London left side. Good reaction to the RPO. They're going to get to him behind the line.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of timing. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
1918, Warriors 17.
Pass play now. Robinson a first down and more. And he's finally brought down at the 30. Looking quickly here.
It's a gain of 18. And the Falcons first down.
And they're going to get up to it and spike it. That's going to stop the clock. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19. Ready.
Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Ready.
They kick the running back in motion. Sticking to the air here. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. He's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
He's going to throw it again. Complete out to the right side. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. 1st and 10 from the 32.
32-yard line.
Buffalo 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Still sticking with the passing game. Has it at the 7. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get more points to end a lopsided first half. Drake London with the touchdown. Setting up to try the point after. And he's off the mark. No good. Some troubles for the rookie early here as he misses on the extra point. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Back to throw it. Completed over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Yellow.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker to kick off for
We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Fielded at the 7. This makes it up to the 25.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the jump.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Go. Rig alert. Rig alert. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Starting the half with Robinson. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
That incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Getting him to his left. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Now on 4th down, it's Trenton Gill out to kick it away. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. Looking to return from the 29. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40.
First and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Dive play straight ahead. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Back now, pressure coming. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game, and failing to... On that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And this just gets past the 20 before going out.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Gravity Lions.
Here's Robinson to start the drive. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, to really create some indecision now defensively.
Here we go. Set. 19, Tiger. Ready.
Robinson again here on 2nd. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Drew Tranquill brings him to the ground.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 3rd down, Chiefs going with a nickel.
Panther 11. 79 Broncos. Trap 60. 19 tight. Go.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Gets this one to London. 40. The 30. The 10. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. Drake London with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons make it a 24-point ball game. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're ready to drop it. Goes to the hurry up here.
A loss of 7. Brings up 2nd and 17.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play. And you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He put everything he had into this one. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 4th and long. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready up.
We've set it downs for him from the 31.
Go. Hey, man.
Motion the tight end over. Here's Robinson running his own read. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Ashton Gelati driving in there for the stop.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 Tiger, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Mustang 19. Ready.
Takes the 2nd down snap. Man downfield, and he finds London. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Drake London with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
At their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. There's a dive up the middle. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Play action, Mahomes. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jordan Fuller comes up with it.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. they'll give left side. Here's Robinson. Cuts back toward the middle, and he's bottled up quickly after just a yard. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Ready,
Staying with Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Ready? 19 light. Come 19. Panther 11. Panther 11.
To the air on 3rd and long. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. Trenton Gill, the one to kick it away. And they down this one right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Offense in the hurry up here. Looking to throw Mahomes. Force that to his right. Running right side by Royals. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's the Chiefs who have possession, and they've got to get to work. They're in a massive hole. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Free up the middle, gets a breakaway. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs making the scoreboard look a touch better.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points. Returning it from the 4. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Robinson. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Ready.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk. Ready.
Another carry for Robinson. Hop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
You know, we love to talk about corners, those corners that both love to tackle and cover. It's kind of the same thing with these defensive ends. Most of them love sacks. They love rushing the quarterback. But those that run down a toss play like that, they separate themselves from others.
3rd down give to Robinson. He wants to, but he's not going to be able to continue the run. Got him 6, but they stopped him short. It's 4th down now. On now comes their punter. Takes it in at the 21. Jukes away from 1. And a nice return out of it. They have it a little further up past their own 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road with what looked like a very clean play.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's a Chiefs first down. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. He takes it down to the 33. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And he gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5. One picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Yellow.
Flying down the middle with Edwards-Helaire. And he cuts it back right. And this is going to be a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs putting up points in a game decided. Chiefs and Mahomes send them for 2. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now. After that play, we see some concern out there, and now we know why. That's our top pick in the draft who's shaken up. Boy, they had big expectations for him this season. Hopefully, this turns out to be nothing.
Harrison Butker to kick off for
Butker
Kansas
on
City.
now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready. 19, charge.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Go.
On 2nd down, Robinson. They drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Falcon first down.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes where the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that 2nd level.
The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
79 Broncos. Bronco 80.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Ready, set.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Ready. 16 Everett. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 19 Tiger. 18 Pioneer. Let's go.
3rd and long for him here. He's trying to push the field. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
One of those situations that I really can't critique the defense call at all. I mean, the X's and O's were everything you want, but unfortunately the Jimmies and Joes in double coverage of that tight end couldn't get it done.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's a design run. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. keeping it. Gotta get it forward. Setting up for the kneel down on third. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. Well, partner, long season ahead, but undoubtedly a good start here today. Getting a win in week 1.
Yeah, a bad start now on the other side can snowball on you. 1 loss into 2 into 3 and so on. But you get that early win, it can get you playing at a mid-season level in the early goings of a season and lead to a really good start that has you talking playoff hopes in the front half of the schedule.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say so long from Kansas City.